You know what? I feel a lot more comfortable having this because, I mean, who knows what's going to happen if the dollar collapses? But the Eagles will.
The Eagles came down more than I thought they would.
Do you see the shift coming back to Eagles?
I do.
The worst day on Wall Street since the crash of 1987.
We're now down 43%.
This could be the most serious recession in decades.
Protect your retirement with a gold and silver IRA. Learn more at sdbullion.com/IRA.
You said you were replenishing Christmas stock. So,
Yes.
so wait a minute. So what are you doing with the Silver Eagles? Giving them away?
Giving them away as Christmas presents. Wow. Cousins, young folks, trying to get them involved and understand, silver and gold. It's a nice thing to have as backup. And having a nice little collection is a wonderful thing, I think.
So you give them away to, bless them, but also to teach them, right?
Exactly, yeah. Okay. Trying to accomplish two things at once, yes.
Well, you came to the right place. Tim will hook you up every time.
We're certainly going to try.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. All right, bye.
We had a call just come in right now, Tim.
Yes.
And was this another one of those checks with no instructions on it, so you didn't know what they wanted?
Well, she did say, I thought I wrote something down in the Christmas card I sent. And
oh, it was that lady with
Yeah.
the Christmas. Oh, I'm so glad she finally reached out to you.
Yeah.
Please don't send a check to Tim without first putting something in there to that tells what you want.
yeah, a lot of people assume that I have enough brain cells left to remember a conversation, which isn't always the case.
Eagles.
Yeah.
So for a while now, the premiums have been crazy high, and a lot of people shifted away from the Eagles to Silver Eagles to the Silver Canadian Maple Leafs.
Yes.
Did you see that shift?
Yes, definitely. Last April.
People were shifting to Canadian Maples,
Yeah.
but do you see the shift coming back to Eagles?
I do. The price is down. They're much more reasonable now. They're able to keep up with demand. I think demand is maybe slackened off a little bit.
Do you think they'll ramp up supply?
I think they probably got that under control.
Okay.
But they could not keep up with demand a year ago in April. I think what they did last year was just raise the price to kill demand, and I don't think that's an option anymore. I think the people who the bean counters at the U.S. Mint probably said that was a bad idea.
Well, we got somebody here who wants to buy some silver, right? Go ahead.
Hi, Tim.
Hi.
Grab a tube of Silver Eagles.
Silver Eagles.
There we go.
I think
See,
you brought these out because you knew that everybody was going to be buying Eagles today.
I had a feeling. I'm going to have to keep replenishing those.
I went into the hospital in 2020 and had a heart procedure. I had the same symptoms that my father and his two brothers had. They all died 2 years apart. They were born 2 years apart. At 81 with the ailment they had. And when I came out of the hospital, I said to the cardiologist, I said, I had the same symptoms as my father and his two brothers. And I said, is it possible that they had the same problem, which I needed a stent? And he said, yes, very possible. Something like this can be. And he said, if you asked me that 10 years ago, we would have said, no, there's no way. Something like that is not inheritable. But he said, we're finding out that is more and more the case.
Can I get your reaction on these silver rounds?
Oh, sure, I'd love to.
Go ahead. Let's take a look.
Okay, so
That's all right. There's always background noise.
is this New Hampshire then? Is that New Hampshire mountains right here?
No, I think it's just the
Lift up
mountains.
Your eyes, it's just any generic mountains.
It's the mountains that are referred to by that Psalms right there. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills. Where comes my help? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. That's the reference there on the reverse.
Very interesting. And so this is the talent.
That is the 1 ounce silver talents. You've been selling quite a few of those, haven't you, Tim?
Yeah.
Yep.
So these seem to feel lighter. Is that my
They're
imagination?
exactly 31.1 grams.
Yeah, for some reason, I have quite a collection. I started stacking in 2020, and when I had no idea what I was doing.
How did you
And
learn?
probably, I think there was this guy on the internet named Pimpy's Investment Chat.
Okay.
And from him, I learned of Lynette Zhang, and then I learned of you, which brought me up here to Tim. So this is my second purchase with Tim. So
good.
today
Nice.
I just really wanted to come up and buy some dimes because I saw how excited you were, and I said, well, he's going to buy all the dimes if I don't get up there quick enough.
Wait a minute,
So-
Tim.
He's done that before.
He wanted a quarter of the market on it, I could tell. So I was going to come up tomorrow, and I said, well, I better get up there before somebody buys all of them. But then before I left the house, I said, well, maybe I'll buy another sleeve. And
Of
so
rounds,
I was
or-
looking to see that you, well, I'm open. Obviously, I want to get my money's worth, I mean, because I do have some nice eagles and stuff. I have lots of buffaloes and maples and stuff. I think I bought maples from you the last time.
These are somewhat new, and when they become more widespread, then they'll make more, and the cost of manufacture should drop a little.
But the eagles will
The
pretty much
eagles
stay-
came down more than I thought they would. I'm not sure how they determine what they're going to sell them to the wholesalers at, but it looks like everything is in much better shape this year than it was last year. I think the mints were guessing as to how many they should make. Making too many has always been a problem, but they didn't make enough last year. So that's what drove the price up.
Right. And as far as the dimes are concerned, how do you usually?
You can't have the dimes. I'm sorry. No. Can't.
Come on.
Oh, we're going to arm wrestle for it. Oh, okay.
I do tell Yankee that we don't have many dimes, but I'll tell you the truth, we have plenty of
You
dimes.
have plenty of dimes. Okay. So,
He's partial to the women anyways.
That's true.
It's not. It's.
all right. So I'll take 2 rolls and a sleeve of the eagles.
Okay.
Going with the
How's
Eagles.
that? Sorry if it hurt your feelings, but
Didn't hurt my
they're
feelings
very-
at
they're
all.
very-
I want you to
they're
get
very
what you
nice,
want.
But I think yes.
You're going with the Sovereign Silver. And we were just talking about it earlier, how for a while people have been eschewing the Eagles. But people are coming back to the Eagles now more. People like to stack Sovereign Silver for a lot of different reasons. But what made you want to stack?
That just that the dollar at some point was going to collapse, and that it was unsustainable what is happening. And as time goes by, I'm surprised it hasn't collapsed before then, that the banks have not collapsed. But I really think that it's inevitable. And I have learned so much from watching you and Tim, and that the U.S. dollar may no longer at some point be the world's currency,
World's reserve currency, you're
reserve
right.
currency. And
Right.
that makes me really nervous, and that, gold and silver is mine, says the Lord. And you can always fall back on gold and silver.
It's God's money.
It's God's money.
It's real money.
It's real money, and to have it in your possession is going to mean a lot. And I think it's really important to have coins to be able to barter with in the event that you need to be buying, some basic things that that you're going to want to be able to have that to help your family and your friends.
Right.
And
Yeah, and I think when it comes to barterability in silver, which I believe is a primary bartering metal, it's good to have some diversification there. So I really believe during an SHTF scenario, there's going to be an amazing education that occurs with bartering, unfortunately. And people are going to learn what real money is and what silver is for barter. But I think some people might be more apt to be more trusting of an American Silver Eagle over a round, might want constitutional silver, like what Tim just brought out, these dimes. I think it's helpful to have a variety so that you have flexibility with your barter. What do you think?
I do. I think it's going to be key, that People are going to want the real deal. They're going to want the best that they can. And so, but I also want to have like the constitutional silver, like I can sleep at night that I'm going to be able to buy food for myself and my family.
Silver bars, rounds, coins, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes, yeah.
You got your
They're
silver.
not very shiny, are they? They've been around the block a few times. What do you say? Not that I expected
They
them.
have been circulated as much of a as
Yeah.
I like to say they've earned their wear and
Their
tear.
wear and tear. You know what? I feel a lot more comfortable having this because, I mean, who knows what's going to happen if the dollar collapses, and how much silver is going to be worth it. If it really jumps up there,
Right.
you're going to want to have these, what I would consider like a fractional.
Fractional silver is very
Right.
important to have.
Right, exactly.
You also were mentioning about the possibility of getting into metal detecting. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. I was excited when you had that on your channel, and that's something I thought about for a while. And so I hope you do more of that.
I would love to. It's very time consuming, but in a little bit I'm hoping to do some more metal detecting
Yeah,
videos.
maybe the springtime would be a good time for that.
Yes.
I look forward to it.
Thank you. Thanks for watching my channel. I really
Absolutely.
appreciate that. Thank you for watching Tim and coming here to the Coin and Stamp Shop in Manchester, New Hampshire. The information for Tim, I say this all the time, is in the description below. You can find out his address and his phone number.
Definitely could not leave here without my sticker, Tim.
Do you want it signed? He
So-
does sign stickers.
Well, of course, absolutely.
Putting you on the spot, buddy.
Oh, I don't mind.
Well, I was really thrilled to hear your voice because, you try to figure out what somebody looks like when you only hear their voice. I have to say, you look like your voice.
I do.
You do.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thanks, Tim.
I think.
I've learned so much from you about economics. So you and I are totally on the same page when it comes to politics and what's going on in the world. And that I'm always like, yeah, right there.
There's still way too many people are sound asleep.
It's incredible.
Way too many people.
It's absolutely incredible.